Harry Green writes, so I just saw The Hobbit and wow, wow, wow. This was the best out of the 5 Middle-earth films. Now my question is, could we expect to see Benedict Cumberbatch get nominated for his role as Smaug? I don't believe I've ever heard of an actor being nominated for playing a CGI character, but he is a character nonetheless, and Smaug was badass in this one. Anyhow, this is my #1 film of the year. It beat out Man of Steel. Keep up the great show, and I look forward to the 24-hour Movie-Thon.
Amy Rose?
No, he's not going to be nominated, but I agree that Smaug, I mean, Benedict, I mean, all the anticipation of seeing this character on the big screen, and it did not disappoint for me. I thought everything about it, the depth, the complexity of the actual dragon, his voice, step into the light, I mean, it was amazing. I loved that. And we talked about this, like, I absolutely love that film as well. I would still rank the Lord of the Rings trilogy above that, just because of the company and the characters, but I think this one far surpasses the first Hobbit film, and the pace was spectacular and the effects and everything, but Smaug was so amazing. And, you know, I'm actually glad that we didn't see the entire desolation in the first film, because I am looking forward to seeing him again in the next film.
Right.
But no, there's so many strong performances. He might get a little nod, but he's not going to be nominated. But I think that would be kind of a really cool thing to start a category, because we're seeing that a lot more now with, you know, Andy Serkis and all these other characters. So I think that would be kind of cool, because that is kind of stretching what we know between acting and CGI and all of that. And yeah, and talk about Scarlett Johansson and Her. I keep hearing amazing things. I'm seeing it today finally. But maybe they'll start a new category. You never know. But yeah, I thought he was the perfect person to embody this badass dragon.
Yeah, no, he won't get an Academy Award nomination, nor should he.
No.
Now, that's not because it's a CG character. I actually made several editorial videos making a case and making an argument that Andy Serkis should have been nominated for a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for his work in Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Amazing.
The difference between what Andy Serkis did in, say, Lord of the Rings and Rise of the Planet of the Apes and what Benedict Cumberbatch did in The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, is that with everything you saw in Caesar, in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, that was all Andy Serkis. The movements, the motion, the facial expressions, the way he walked, that was Andy Serkis. For all intents and purposes, all right? The digital Caesar was just wardrobe that they put on, like any wardrobe artist would take and put on the actress. The digital manifestation of Caesar was really just a digital wardrobe put on Andy Serkis, but everything you saw was Andy Serkis. And so that whole physical performance and all that kind of stuff, that was all part and parcel with the performance. Thus, I made the argument, I thought he should have been nominated for Academy Award. I really thought it was that good. And while Benedict Cumberbatch does more than just the voice, he does a lot of the facial stuff, whatever, a lot of what you see is just the animators doing Smaug. I mean, and that's really what it is. It's not the same situation as just a digital wardrobe change. It's really a different situation. So for that reason, no, he won't be nominated for Academy Award, and no, he shouldn't be, really, because it wasn't really his performance per se, although he does a magnificent job for what he's called upon to do. Just awesome. You won't hear me complain about one thing about what Benedict did in that movie. Sounds awesome, but it's a different level.
Motion capture, but it's different
it's
because...
a very small, not the whole motion capture,
it's
though.
different.
Schnepp?
Yeah, he's not a dragon. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Wait,
they had him hobbling around on
Mind
sticks.
blown.
Sorry. Yeah, he's not going to get an Oscar nom, but they should introduce a voiceover Oscar
don't you
nomination.
think?
I mean, there's so many animated movies now, Frozen, you have all these different films, at least 15 that are in the mix now for best animated feature film. Why not give the actors who are blending their voices to these animated films a chance to win an Oscar?
Because it's a talent, it really is.
And Cumberbatch did an incredible job as Smaug. You know, it's like I didn't chime in with you guys about the Hobbit thing. I felt it went on a little bit too long, him like not killing hobbits, you know, whatever. I loved the middle Hobbit movie. I still like the first Hobbit movie better.
Really?
Yeah, I just felt this one dragged a little bit, especially towards the end. And with, you know, the dwarves riding on molten gold, we talked about this. I was like, how come they're not burning? What, is there some special dwarf power that they don't, molten gold doesn't affect them? Anyway, guys, yeah, no nomination. I don't think so for this. But he did a great job. Benedict Cumberbatch really can't do any wrong, really.
No,
So.
he's the man.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.